And with the score of tied up 1-1 over here at the top left side of the map, we have Evil Geniuses, EGHuK. Played a much better game. By the way, from the early to the late, what a wonderful game from EGHuK. He defended so well that push. I was actually really worried. As soon as I saw the 3 oracles come in, all of those stalkers huddled around each other, time warp dropped on top of them, I thought, man, he is just dead. Dead. They're actually talking about it right now. They're talking about that initial first battle right there. But yeah, man, talk about a clutch scenario. Blink finished up. He started working his way around. Not only killed off all those oracles, he knocked out all those zealots out of the way. Didn't lose the second nexus. That battle that continued happening on the outskirts of the base, picking off stalker by stalker while saving his own as well. Then as well taking out all the pylons, gaining the worker lead, getting the proper composition up, forcing the game to go into more mid to late. And then, even though he lost his third base, just rebuilt it, went for an attack, took out his opponent's army. Good micro, by the way. If you guys didn't notice, some of that micro that was happening right under all the feet and everything like that, the focus fire on some of the Colossus as well, between the Immortals. Very beautiful work by EGHuK. And eventually just, I feel like that was honest, outskilled him right there. Out-microed, outplayed him right there at the very end. Beautiful play from him, by the way. You know, people, you know, 1A, but they, you know, if you don't, you need to pay attention, like, at how much, you know, effort the players actually put into it. So, all right, starting down here at the bottom right side of the map, he won game number 1. Is going to need just one more game though to be able to move on. It is Fsid3SaroVati. And SaroVati, of course, played a. I want to say he played a good game. He played a good game. I wouldn't call it great. He played a good game. He went for a very nice aggression. That's actually what I like. The very start of the game, that type of an aggression with the Oracle of the Century. Waited for the Mothership Core, the Photon Overcharge to finish up. Came on through. Just absolutely hammered away at units. I feel like he should have, first of all, though, if anything, bait out the Photon Overcharge, then go down. He should have killed the Nexus. Above all else. Kill the Nexus. Just kill the damn Nexus. That's really what I wanted to see. Stargate from SaroVati. Because if he killed off the Nexus, if he baited the Photon Overcharge, he anyways would come down. He'd have to step away from it. And just kill off the Nexus. And, you know, if things happen to a point where, you know, they would start trading even, or in that similar scenario where EGHuK got behind in workers, that 16 to 25 deficit would have been that much more significant and would have been absolutely actually detrimental to EGHuK, to be honest, if it did happen to him that way. Now, over on EGHuK's side of the map, he's going to be going for the Twilight Council, second gate underway. We might see... I don't want to assume. He goes for Blink. Okay, yeah, I don't want to assume. Like, EGHuK has a lot of variety, but man, he's got really good micros, so gonna put it in the hands of Blink, and you just saw there's also another gate he just threw down, so he's gonna be up to 3-gate Blink. EGHuK meanwhile kind of probing around, dancing around with the Mothership Core. Very important to keep the Mothership Core back. Now the Mothership Core is actually gonna get a little bit of a test. It's actually gonna force the Photon Overcharge out of him. Not yet though. Not yet though. I thought it really would have. Ah. So this could be interesting. We have Blink Stalkers. We're gonna have Blink Stalkers versus Phoenixes and Void Rays. We have 2 Phoenixes out on the map. We have the first Void Ray about to pop out. We have 1 Stalker, no Sentry by the way, to block off this area. Might be a little bit of an early kill though for our Protoss player, but I don't know if he wants to use the lift right now on just 1 Stalker. I was about to say, man, only if that Stalker actually was able to get away. If his second lift was forced off, that would have been so ill-advised. More Stalkers coming. EGHuK for now just pulls back the probe. Third gate just about to finish up as well. That's really going to help him out. Continuing the warp and Blink as well. Almost to that point. 5 total Stalkers. If he micros this really well, or if he gets another moment, this is going to be really good for him. He could actually just get some initial shots and blink. Yeah, there we go. I was about to say initial shots and blink back. Good little poke right there. Shields are almost off of the Void Ray, and that's very important to have. Now, Photon Overcharge is about done as well. Does he activate the Photon Overcharge? Looks like he's trying to bait. He's going to bring it back. He's going to blink out of the way. No more Stargate units currently in production. He's getting the Immortal out, and I think that's very crucial because that's very important. With the Immortal, it's a lot harder to be able to get actually something done with the Immortal. I mean, without the Immortals. The Void Rays can only do so much damage, but the Stalkers get away with them. You really don't want to get close to an Immortal. You get close to an Immortal, you're going to get popped, and you're going to lose a lot of HP and shields off of an Immortal compared to an actual like Void Ray. Phoenixes are going to head across the map. Second Immortal underway for SaroVati. Another force field happens. Now this is to that certain point in time where EGHuK, he might need to play a little bit like SaroVati did in game number 1. Just try to delay his opponent as best as he possibly can. He's already got his own expansion on the other side of the map. Sentry's back at home right now. Starting to zap away at the shields. We might have 1 worker killed off, 2 workers killed off. Photon Overcharge activated. Will he lose the Phoenix? He's going to lose the Phoenix. But still, I would say, just due to the timing, a little bit of a supply lead, a little bit of a lead for EGHuK. EGHuK's got to be careful. He's actually trying to micro through this. I think that's a huge mistake of his. Trying to fight through this. He did take out some of the forces over on the other side, but man, you don't want to mess with those Immortals, man. I'm telling you, you don't want to mess with those Immortals. He lost way too much over on this side of the map. Well, whatever lead that EGHuK did have, I feel like he kind of threw it away a little bit. Because already SaroVati's got 2 Immortals. We have the 3 Immortals, sorry. We have the Robotics be underway. SaroVati could technically go for even a 2-base aggression or 2-base all-in, and now, once again, with the Phoenix poking away at the Mothership Core might be forced to activate the Photon Overcharge. The Sentry doesn't do enough damage, and EGHuK will lose the Mothership Core, but does activate the Photon Overcharge just in time. Guardian Shield does pop, Phoenix does get taken out, but man, how much damage are just those 2 Phoenixes alone did? They were able to pick off a couple probes, they were able to help out back at home. They were able to force the kill on the Mothership Core, activate another Photon Overcharge. Like, you gotta realize there's a lot of damage being done by SaroVati for very little. Worker lead does still favor EGHuK right now at the moment. Supply getting a lot closer once again. EGHuK once again, just like last game, attempting to try to find his way inside the base somehow and maybe get a little bit more damage, pick off workers here and there, kind of pick and prod. We'll walk up. Okay, that works. I don't know, I feel really bad questioning anything that EGHuK does, but you saw, I mean, you did see what happened earlier too at the same time. Stalkers up inside the main base, getting caught up a little bit right there. Look at that Immortal going full Dragoon right there. Did you guys just see that? That Immortal just went full Dragoon. It was starting to sidestep. It was starting to sidestep. That was so funny. It just went full Dragoon, man. Well, right now for SaroVati, in terms of tech, I feel like he does have, like I mentioned earlier, a little bit of a slight advantage. Plus 1 upgrades, he's got range, he's going to have more Colossus out as well. Meanwhile, EGHuK on his side of the map, what is he going for? He is adding gateways, he's trying to get his own... I don't even know, I guess he's just going for the most part, Charge a lot Archon? Because he's got Storm upgrade. As far as I can tell with the Units tab, he doesn't have any Immortals of his own out. Yeah, right now he's got 6 Zealots, 5 Stalkers, 2 Templars, 3 Sentries, and a War Prism. So he's literally looking to try to harass his opponent. Oh, he actually went for Storm Drops. Wow, something that you don't see every day in PvP. Worker counts do get a little bit closer, but at the same time right now, if EGHuK moves out, I think he could tackle EGHuK. I think he could tackle EGHuK's army and tackle EGHuK's position. The longer he lets EGHuK sit around, EGHuK, I feel like with his very sneaky, very potent play, he's going to be able to fight his way very far back into this game. Another Colossus walks out, +1 just about finished up. Looks like one Stalker got picked off along the way home. Now you take a look at the units right now. Oh, hold on. I've seen this happen before as well. EGHuK, I think if he can, he will go around and try to drop. He'll try to drop the Immortals on top of the Colossus or behind the Colossus. Meanwhile, trying to tackle the frontal army with what he's got right then and there. So there we go. He's trying to loop around. He's trying to wait patiently, though. He's not trying to give away his position just yet. Here comes the War Prism. Very important. EGHuK. Oh, man. What a dominant engagement that would have been for EGHuK if SaroVati didn't recall out of there. SaroVati's like, nope, just kidding. Just kidding. Third base underway for him, though. Getting his Archons formed as well, now back at home. Does he have charge yet? Does he have any Zelts? He doesn't have charge yet. This was a little bit of a problem he had during his initial engagement last game, so he didn't have charge. I feel like it's very important actually to have charge, because some of those ults that are, especially when you have a lot of Colossus, some of those ults are never going to be able to reach their target. With charge, they have at least a good chance to maybe get one slice off before they get zapped down, but this should be very interesting to see how well EGHuK is able to push on through. This is all going to come down to positioning and how quickly can he take out some of these units. Third base now under duress. Some of the Zelts already getting zapped down right now. Got to be very careful. Mothership Core trailing for EGHuK. EGHuK's going to try to throw down a nice time warp. Catches a nice time warp through the back. He's going to try to fight on through. Storm's getting dropped on right behind this army. And again, Storms won't do too much, but they do take away a little bit of the shields and some of the Zelts. Meanwhile, over here, Warp Prism for EGHuK, warping in, charge lots as they go. I think EGHuK might have this. He's breaking on through. Only Colossus are left, and once the Colossus are gone, a huge dip in supply is going to happen. Immortals getting picked up. Immortals dropped right on top of the Colossus. They're going to focus them down. I think EGHuK has this. He's done it. GG. Well played. Good luck on the rest of the qualifiers. SaroVati, one of the most mannered players absolutely in the game. And EGHuK, though, outplaying him at the very end. Good play by him, man.